Hello, everybody. I typically wait a little bit for people to pop on, but I'm gonna keep this recorded, so it's gonna go up on YouTube. So if anybody misses it, they'll be able to watch everything. My name is Katrina Anderson, and I'm the Star Director for Empowering Sense Group, and I am going to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about simple mail. Simple. Simplify has been my word for the year. I don't know if anybody picks a word for the year, but if you picked anything like simple, simplify, easy, things like that, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna love this. I really needed to specifically scale back on my mail because my love language is gifts, and I love to send people all the things and spoil them and do all the things. But as your business grows, like mine has over the last 5.5 years, it can be very easy to do too much and be the most. So your customer base grows, which is always a good thing, but then you're not able to, I was being very extra with all of my customers, and my bank account didn't like it. So we're here to make money, not spend it. So I'm going to talk to you guys about simplifying your mail, okay? So we're going to talk about thank yous and like end of the month mail, happy mail, different types of happy mail that I personally do, the differences in those things. And this is all specifically for things that I mail. So obviously if I have local customers, I do a little bit more for them because I don't have to mail it. So a little bit about me really quick. I joined Scentsy in February 2018, and I joined literally because I was having an identity crisis. I was a military wife, a volunteer extraordinaire, if you will, and I was saying yes to doing all of the things, and I didn't have anything for me. I was PTO president. I was an SFRG leader. If we have any military wives in here or active duty, you know what SFRG is. It's a whole nother hat to wear. And I was doing all of these things, and I didn't have anything for just me, and I wanted something for just me, and I love that Scentsy is that for me. It has become my happy place. I love honestly everything about Scentsy, but I really truly enjoy leadership and honestly doing trainings like this and helping other people, especially make things easier for other people. So I have 5 kids. My oldest is 17. She just graduated high school literally just the other day. And then my youngest is 16 months. So we have a very wide age gap. We have 5 kids. So 17, 15, 11, 6, and 15 and 16 months. So yeah. And so my husband and I have been married for 20 plus years. We're high school sweethearts. He's one of my biggest supporters. If you saw me present at World Tour in Raleigh, you totally heard him scream from the audience, and it made me blush. And yeah, he's probably my biggest supporter, honest to God. Honestly, he probably sells Scentsy probably just as much as I do, because he has my business cards and samples and everything that he passes out too. So yeah. So anyways, I don't want to take a lot of your time because I do understand, one, we're all in different time zones. Here, I'm on the East Coast, so it is kind of towards my kids' bedtime. And thankfully my little ones are already in bed, and my older ones can put themselves to bed. So, but I do understand that you might be needing to put your kids to bed too. So this is not going to be a crazy, I don't feel like a crazy training where you're going to need to take all the notes. I'm going to share a lot of stuff with you guys, Google Drives and things like that, and you'll be able to watch this replay. So if you have something to do with your family right now, 100%, hop off, go do that, watch this later. It will not offend me, okay? And if I don't see comments, I promise I will answer them. I did ask for questions earlier today, and you guys came through with that. So I feel like I got everything in my notes. So if I missed anything, please let me know, and I will 100% answer you in the comments afterwards. I got you. We are literally in this together, so we're gonna get into it. Okay, first and foremost, for your mail, I firmly, firmly believe that you have to have some sort of system for this. Please don't get scared by the word system. It used to freak me out when I was a new consultant. And I was like, I would hear my SSD and even my director at the time, like, talk about systems. And I'm thinking, I don't even know what a system is. Listen, a system can be as over the top as you want it to be, or as simple as you want it to be. It can be digital, it can be paper and pen, it can be in your phone, it can be whatever works for you. For me personally, simple checklists work for me. I'm not going to get too into systems, because I feel like that's someone else's topic, but I do think it's very important to have some sort of, even if it's just a checklist for you, of keeping track of who you're sending mail to and what you sent and when you sent it. And then just a simple yes or no, like, checkbox of, did you follow up with this person? That's it. It does not have to be anything out of this world, okay? But by all means, try different systems, find one that works for you, and use that. Do not think that you have to do all the things. I know that there are a lot of consultant groups out there that show all this amazing mail for their team, for their customers, which, by the way, we're not really going to get too much into team mail today. I'm just talking specifically about customer mail. But I don't want you to see someone, an SSD who's been killing it for 14 years and think that you have to do the mail that they do. Absolutely not. If you want to, that's great, but it's not expected of you, is my point. If you don't know where to start, the best place to start is with thank yous. I firmly believe that a handwritten thank you note goes a long way. It is how I was trained, and it is how I train my team and my directors, and how they train their teams. A handwritten thank you note, I have done it from day one. I've changed up what I include in that handwritten thank you note. I've changed up what I've written on, but I have done a handwritten thank you note from the very first order, from 5.5 years ago. Everyone always gets a handwritten thank you note. And let me tell you something, if you have chaos going on in your life and you need to pull back on something, we are military. We move a lot. The last time we moved here 2.5 years ago, I told my customers, and they all very much understood. I emailed them all and I said, I would love to make sure that you all get your scent circles this month, but we're moving and I can't do it, and it's stressing me out. And not one person complained. So please don't think that your customers are going to be like, she didn't send me a thank you note this one time. As long as you reach out to them and let them know what's going on, be transparent with your customers, and they will show you so much grace, I promise. And if they don't, let them go shop with someone else. It's okay. Don't stress about it. Okay, don't stress. So start with thank yous. I've done Dollar Tree thank yous. I've done where I made something on Canva and printed it through Vistaprint, and I would, write on it with a Sharpie. Honestly, I have gone back to go into like TJ. My favorite place is TJ Maxx, Marshall's Home Goods, because they always have the best deals on thank you cards. And I just wanted to show you guys this. They have the cutest things, because first of all, you can get, so I'm not lying to you, you can get 50 thank you cards for $5.99. It's probably backwards for you guys, but $5.99, you get 50 of them. So where it says right here, 50. But I love that you find ones that they don't have at Walmart and Target, and the stores that maybe other consultants are going to. And I love to theme them and change them up every month. Sometimes I have extras and I just use my extras. I use whatever feels good, whatever. I love to use what I have. You will hear me say that a few times tonight. But I just keep it simple. Go to Dollar Tree, grab a pack of thank yous. My thing that I send my certified consultants when they certify, I send them a pack of thank you cards for them to, because they've clearly expanded their customer base and they need them. So, so a simple thank you card, and you're just going to write. I buy blank ones. You don't even have to buy ones that say thank you on them. I thought these were really cute. I use these for my May thank yous, or my April thank yous. and I sent them in May because they're probably baby shower, honestly, now that I think about it. Because they're little clouds, they're pastel colors, and it's raining, but it's raining hearts. And I thought, oh my gosh, so cute, like April showers bring May flowers, you know, something like that. And then I've had these these are from Target, just regular Carlton Cards brand, 24 come in a pack. And they just say thank you, just something, and they're all blank, you guys. Listen, keep it really simple. I do believe that you should personalize it with the person's name, but you don't have to go in and write a book on each thank you card of what they ordered and why you think they'll love it. All of my thank yous say the same thing, to the point where I could just print it, but I do feel like there's something special about it being handwritten. And I've had customers tell me that they love that I handwrite my thank yous, because people don't do that for other things. The, power company doesn't send you a thank you for paying your bill every month. Your car insurance people don't send you. State Farm, they send me a birthday card every year, but it's printed. No one even signs that. No, I feel like there's something that's to be said about handwritten. Okay. Sorry, my dryer just went off. So I just keep it very simple. Hey, Jenna, thank you so much for your order last month. I really hope you love all your smell goods. XO Katrina. That's it. That's what I write on the inside of it. And, like I said earlier, I used to include a scent circle. Those were costing me too much postage because the post office wanted to get on me about a non-machinable stamp. So I was like, oh, my customers really love getting scent circles. What am I going to do? I just stopped. Let me tell you a little secret. No one complained. In fact, they started buying more scent circles because I wasn't giving them away for free. I feel like people stopped buying them because they knew I was going to give them one in their thank you every month. So I stopped sending those. And now I just I went on Amazon and I looked up water bottle or waterproof stickers, and they're little motivational stickers, and they go inside of this, and it's flat, and one stamp does it. And I mail it in this. I've even created a little potential commission paycheck card that I can totally share with you guys. You figure out their commission, you just look at the PRV from their order, multiply it by 20%, 0.20, and it will tell you how much they would have made on their commission, and you put it on there, and it has a join QR section for your join QR. It all fits in here with an envelope, and it mails in the envelope that comes with these. A very little simple thing. You don't need to do all of the things for your thank yous. When do I send my thank yous? Someone asked me that earlier today. I tried to do all of my thank yous. And mind you, let me preface this with, I do between 1,500 and 2,500 PRV every month, okay? I know that's a big gap for some people, but when we have some slow months, come on, don't judge. But I have a good customer base, okay? So it's not like I'm only sending 5 thank yous. I'm normally sending honestly 20 to 30 thank yous a month, okay? And so I was like, well, let me try sending them on the weekends. I found that I was really resenting doing them, and I was hating doing them. And like I said earlier, Scentsy's my happy place. And when you start to go, ugh, I do not want to do this. When you're dreading the weekend coming because you think that you've got to do work, that's no bueno, okay? No, not at all. So I was like, you know what we're going to try? We're going to try doing it the first week of the month. We're going to do all of the thank yous from the month before. And guess what? That works for me. It's one day. I do all my mail. Believe it or not, I do all my mail on one day, sometime between the 1st and the 7th of the month. And it is for all of my mail from the previous month. So today being the 4th, I was actually just finishing up my scent of the month mail, and I haven't started on my thank yous yet. This week's been a little crazy because my oldest, like I said, she graduated from high school. But I will probably knock out my thank yous either tonight or tomorrow. And they will go to the post office tomorrow and be out and done. Okay? So thank yous. You want to keep them very simple. Handwritten card, something flat on the inside. Always, always, always have some sort of join information. I love the potential, commission, because it just puts the little seed in there. Even if their potential commission is like, hey, did you know you would have gotten paid back $6 on this order? Like, to some people, they're like, $6. But someone might open that and be like, $6. Or they might see it in every single thank you card of $6, $10, $3, $4, $6, $5. That adds up over time, okay? And like that, even that little bit of money, I love to tell them at the end of the year how much they would have saved throughout the entire year. Like, you would have had this much money to spend on Christmas or Hanukkah or, anything that you're buying gifts for at the end of the year. And people join, okay? Plus, you are just very quietly planting the seed of the join opportunity without actually saying, hey, you should join. I think you would be really great at doing this. You're just letting them know, hey, you would have gotten this much back just if you were getting paid back on your purchases. Okay? It's flat, one stamp. I love a one stamp mail. One stamp. Okay? Someone asked me, what is the difference between, how do I distinguish between my thank you mail and my Scent of the Month mail? I have also tried this way as well, where I was sending all of my thank you mail. They were all getting the Scent of the Month mail too. And that I was like, ooh, I'm only having to do one stamp on this and it's all going in one envelope and that's going to save me so much money. But then what happens when you don't have 50 customers in 1 month? I didn't like having leftover Scent of the Month flyers. I didn't like not knowing how many felt samples I needed to make. Because yes, we make felt samples. I take 1 bar of wax, melt it down, make 50 felt samples because why? That's how many brochures we get in the Scent of the Month kit. I only send Scent of the Month to my last 50 customers. If I had 50 customers in 1 month, it's only going to them. If I had 50 customers over the last 2 months, then it goes to 2 months. Maybe some months, slower months, it's the last 3 months. Whatever that looks like for you, it might even be your last 6 months worth of customers. That's fine. The important thing is that you didn't pay for brochures and wax and make samples that just sit there. You want them out of your house and under people's noses for them to smell them because it is the smell that sells. Okay? So I liked knowing, you know what? I'm going to send these to 50 people so I know that I'm making 50 felt samples. Well, what do I do with the rest of the wax from that bar? I make what I call deluxe wax samples. They're just full molds. And those go to, my clubbers, my hosts, my party packs, things like that. And I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So my Scent of the Month mail, literally last 50 customers. And so I just did that today. Am I including any of the people that have ordered from me in June? No, I am not. I am going back and looking at May, and then if I needed to go back for April or March or February, however far you need to go back to get to 50, okay? I don't utilize the reports on the workstation to pull those last 50 people because I have a very simple pen and paper order tracker that I keep track of. Just, did I thank them? Did I send their thank you? Did I, shipping carrier that it went through, FedEx or UPS for us in the US, and then the date that it was delivered and the date that they ordered. That's it. It's very simple, but this way I'm able to look back and just make my list of the last 50 people. It's very easy because God forbid that the workstation be down or my internet be down or something like that. I wanted to have a backup. That's the military wife in me of we always have to have a plan B, C, EFG. It's that's just something we do. So I like having it on pen and paper. So Scent of the Month mail for me is this right here. Just one. See how thin it is. This is going to take 1 stamp, and all that it is there are 4 samples in here. the scent of the month brochure, that's labeled with my information. Everything's labeled. The Bring Back My Bar flyer from the workstation. I did not spend hours on Canva looking for someone else's or trying to create my own. I used what Scentsy gave me. It's a PDF. You can print it. And then I popped a sticker on the back of it because I didn't have anywhere to go, but this is just something that I have created that says scan with your phone to stock up now, or add your favorites to always get my bar no later than June 30th. So one is a PWS QR and one is a club QR, okay? And the way that I have it folded up and in here is when they open their mail, the samples are actually in here. So they are going to see this QR because the samples are actually stuck right here. One more piece of paper I have, again, on the workstation. I did not spend hours on Canva looking for someone else's gorgeous creation or trying to make my own. I printed it from the workstation, front and back. This is the summer collection, or I'm sorry, the Sunshine State of Mind collection. The Sunshine State of Mind collection flyer. I just printed it front and back. And you can even be very, very creative if you know how to, and print your information on these because they save as a PDF, and you can do all that stuff in Adobe and all that fun stuff. So there's these 3 pieces of paper, and then there's 4 little samples, and one is the scent of the month. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, if you're in any I shared all of the director groups and things like that, but I can definitely share it in here, my Google Drive. I always share my labels. They're very simple address labels with just the scent of the month image, the name, and the description. That's it. Super simple. 2x3 bag you can get at Walmart. You don't have to order them online, but I do buy mine in bulk off Amazon. But I had to run to Walmart actually last night because I ran out of bags. You can go to any craft store to get them too. I think Michael's has them actually buy one, get one half off right now. They're little jewelry bags, but these are 2x3 bags. The felts I get in bulk, but you can I've cut regular pieces of felt too. I love how thin these are because, again, if you're mailing it, technically the post office can return your mail if they feel anything other than paper in your envelope, okay? Doesn't matter how much it weighs. If they go, this feels kind of lumpy and bumpy, this is going to get caught in our machines, that means you need a non-machinable stamp. Y'all, a non-machinable stamp and a 2-ounce stamp are basically, they're so slightly different in price, like just pennies apart, but basically you're paying for a 2-ounce stamp, and that's extra postage that we don't want to pay. So it's very important on how you put these in. Like I said, all this, by the way, weighs 0.9 ounces. So we're coming right in under the 1 ounce weight mark for the one stamp. If I did go over it, guess what? One, we would be putting way more samples in here to take it. If I have to pay for extra postage, my customers know they're getting spoiled. I think the most I have sent before was 16 or 17 felts with a non-machinable 2-ounce stamp, which you totally can do. Your customers will love it. But these, so by the way, I'm sorry, I did the scent of the month, and then I did the 3 summer collection felts. All that I did was I stuck them in between one of the flyers like this, just 1, 2, 3, 4. They fit nice and flat, and when you get them into your envelope, they're super flat. You don't feel anything bumpy or anything, and it should not. I don't want to give my guarantee on it because I do not work for the post office, but it should not get returned, okay? And they all just fit into a standard number 10 envelope that I get in bulk at Sam's Club. And I print my own on Avery. Like, it's just, I keep it very simple. My customers, they don't care what your samples look like. They just care what they smell like. And are they getting them on time, okay? They're not gonna, I don't think that you're gonna have a customer that's gonna go, oh, well, it's okay that my samples are late. Like, she was making them all cute and, didn't want them to get ruined in the mail. No, guys, they go through a machine. they go through a machine, and if it gets caught on the machine, it's going to rip your envelope. And so if you do try to mail like a molded sample, it's going to get squished anyways and make a big mess. So just do the felts. They don't care what the felts look like either. They just care what they smell like. I promise. 5.5 years. I have probably 75% of my customers have been with me from day one. Okay? Like, I have ride or die customers. Military communities, we like to stick together and support each other, and through moves and everything. And I promise you, they don't care. Your customers don't care what the samples look like. They just care what they smell like. Okay? So just make it easier on yourself. It's just very simple. If you don't have anything besides, there have been times that I've only sent the scent of the month and the scent of the month brochure. That's fine. They don't care. They're getting something in the mail besides a bill and knowing that it smells good. There's just something that customers love about that. It's not a bill. It's not a bill. They love it. So I'm sorry. I kind of ranted a little bit on that. I'm sorry. And like I said, I only send to my last 50 customers, and the two big reasons: one, stamps are expensive, and two, it ensures that all of the 50 brochures get sent out, that they're not just sitting here not doing anything. It's like having testers and not ever doing anything with them. Why keep getting testers if you're never going to use them? Okay? And I will say, I do always put a scented sticker on the back. Sometimes it's the scent of the month, and sometimes it's an old one that I have. Just anything, because you never know. The mailman might smell it and go, ooh, what's that? Put your QR on there. Tell them, hey, like what you smell? Scan here. You never know. Okay. Happy Mail. This is different for me from scent of the month mail. Happy Mail to me is everything else. Okay. What is that? That is party packs, host packs, party prizes, and my clubber mail. Okay. Really quickly, party packs to me are glorified opportunity packs. So I created my little opportunity packs. They're ready to go. They are grab and go for me to just have to give to people, right? Listen, bulk making things is going to be your saving grace. It is something that I really, really preach during transition month. Please don't stop what you're doing now and go, oh, I watched this training from Katrina and she said I need to bulk make a bunch of opportunity packs. No, you don't. No. Wait till next transition. Use these ideas. Do one thing at a time. Do not think you need to do all these things. This is just how I've simplified my Happy Mail. So I was like, I'm already making these. My party packs are literally just these, and they're souped up a little bit. So what's in my little opportunity pack? I have a join brochure. I have these 10 new felts all in here. These are the 10 new release scents from the catalog. I've got them already pre-done up. I bulked them. So those are in there. Some confetti's in there. A product sheet, a business card, and a club flyer. Something that I found in one of the amazing flyer groups, and I printed it on Amazon Prints. I am not going to waste my time trying to recreate the wheel with anything. I'm going to print it. I'm going to print 100 of them, and that way I have them to make these. I have a little QR code that says scan to enter my giveaway. It has my info on it, and from there, that's where I collect contact information. So these are great for doing events. These are great for, giving to the barista drive-thru at Starbucks, a nice stranger that you made eye contact with, I don't know, anything, your server at a restaurant. These are great to just give to someone on top of a tip. Please, this is not a tip. I will say that. So my party packs are just souped up. They're these with a little bit extra. What other extra things do I put in there? I will maybe throw in some washer whiff samples that I make. Go to the All About Samples group to learn how to make those. I love buying our body samples from the consultant store. Also, these are flat. They're flat. They're flat. I sometimes will mail those in these, but I'm really nervous that they will bust open. So I don't know. But this, maybe I'll throw some candy in there. Just information and like free samples for someone. This is a party pack, okay? And so all of this is going to go into a bubble mailer or a poly mailer, and I'm going to mail it. I do all my mailings on Pirate Ship. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, let me see. Did I miss anything? 10 new release felts, join info, club info, product sheet, body sample, whiff sample, cotton cleanup, candy, and confetti. Very simple. Just grab and go, pop it in a poly mailer, print the shipping label, okay? My host packs are basically a few of these for my host to send to her people, but she also gets a catalog for herself. I sent her the 10 new release scents in wax samples, because remember, like I said, I do make some deluxe big samples, and then kind of 2 of everything else. 2 whiffs samples, 2 body samples, 2 of the 10 new release felts, 2 product sheets, 2 business cards, 2 cotton cleanups, 2 things of join info, and 2 things of club info. And then I will send them also any like random deluxe wax samples that I have that I need to get out of my house before the collection is no longer available. So other scent of the month waxes, other LTOs that we have that are still available, I'm sending them to my hosts. And then I always try to give them a bar of the scent of the month, because otherwise what am I going to do with a bunch of bars of wax? I mean, yes, I love doing events, but I really do not like having stock on hand. I really don't. So I'm giving them a bar of the scent of the month. And they're also getting their own cotton cleanup to go with that. I do ask them if they have a warmer. If they don't have a warmer, then I'm giving them something else. And then this little host kit printout right here that I made on Avery. You could probably make it on Google Docs or anything. But it just says online host kit. I'm including lots of goodies for you to share with your friends. Feel free to pass out the samples and catalogs to spoil your locals. The goal is to have a successful online party. Please share your party link with anyone you'd think would love some smell goods. Let me know when you receive this package. XO Katrina. It's not anything crazy. It's just like a little thing that I put in their host pack. That's it. I try to keep it very, very simple. My party prizes, I love a flash sale stock up of anything flat. So we're talking dryer discs, car bars, scent circles. I like room sprays because they're non-aerosol, so we can pop them in a very small bubble mailer. Travel tins and car bar clips. Katrina, we don't have travel tins and car bar clips. Why would you send those to people? Because our customers don't care. They're getting something for free. So I stocked up on a bunch of these. Remember these from 2 flash sales ago? Skinny dip and travel tins. Let me tell you something. I was probably the one who talked the least about travel tins, because I was like, my customers have never bought them. I've never sold a single one. But let me tell you something. When they went on sale for like $1, I bought the crap out of them, and my customers now love them. And they're like, why aren't they in the catalog? I'm like, oh, I know, right? But you really love skinny dipping, and I have that wax. Like, let's at least get you the wax, and let me show you something else that you could use in your car instead. Okay, it just opens up a conversation. Don't be afraid to send them stuff that isn't available anymore. Okay, don't be afraid. I used to think, like, why would I send them a scent circle of a scent that we don't have? They're gonna fall in love with something. No, you're gonna be able to talk to them and get them to fall in love with something else. Okay, it's very easy. Don't get in your own head about it. So I send them this or something small. I think the largest I've gone is like a hand cream, because they're not very heavy. And listen, it just goes in like a small poly mailer or a small bubble mailer. And I'm talking like small, like the size of this, okay? And again, something else I made on Avery, and it's not anything crazy. And I printed it on different colored cardstock, and it just says, yay, congratulations on winning the game at your friend's Scentsy party. Enjoy. XO Katrina. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, okay? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. They just want their prize. And listen, the main thing with the prize is I can't stand going to someone else's party online and someone goes, oh yeah, you won the game. Here's your prize. It's $5 off of your next purchase of $50 or more. No, I want to send them something regardless, because we don't know why that person maybe can't purchase at the time, but maybe they win the game and you send them something, and you know, a month later they do have the money to make a purchase and they become your best customer, or you open the conversation of why they can't purchase, but they love the product that you gave them, and maybe they join. You never know. So I like to give people an actual product, and I actually make a point of saying that in my games. Like, my hosts know, they like always pump up their guests, and they're like, Katrina gives great prizes, like she gives actual products. Like, I want them to know, like, yes, if you win a prize, and I normally play like 2 or 3, just like guess how many, or wax warmer games, or warmer wax, whatever it is, you know. I just play like 2 or 3 games, and I send 2 or 3 prizes, especially if they're local to my host. Sometimes I'll just send them to my host, and my host will give them to them, you know, whatever I need to do at the time. But they just like, it's just getting something for free. You like getting stuff for free. I guarantee you do. Like, what would you like better? Would you like maybe a discontinued item, but it still smells good? For free, or would you like a 10% off your next order? I hope you order from this person's party. Otherwise, the offer is no longer valid. Like, you would want the free item, okay? I don't know, I would like the free item. And then my Clubber mail. My Clubber mail, I do try to share every month when I do this. Again, something that I do. My Clubber mail is something that I do at the beginning of the month for everyone who processed the month before. Now, I do not have a crazy amount of Clubbers. I only have about 10 Clubbers. And every once in a while, all 10 of them will process on the same month. So this is probably not going to work for somebody who has 20, 30 people clubs processing every month, okay? You probably have your own system figured out by now, I hope. But if you only have a few, you know, I just like to do like something quick and themed, but I theme it around what I have on hand. I go and look at what inventory I do have, and if it's a bar or a pod, because I do at this point know what my clubbers have at home. Only a few of them only have pod stuff, you know, but I have club boxes, or if they don't fit in the box, sometimes it just goes in a poly bag. But again, it's something small, and I will go hit up like the Dollar Tree or Target dollar section. It's my favorite place to find just fun little things. Last month I sent them, it's the most I've ever spent, because the little Bluetooth radios were $5. I like going to Five Below too. My thing just said, you can't have a club without music. Thanks for clubbing with me last month, XO Katrina. And I sent them like a bar, a little Bluetooth radio, or speaker, Bluetooth speaker. It looked like an old timey radio. And like threw some candy and some confetti in there. And they loved it. Sometimes I do socks, and sometimes I just theme it around anything. And I just saw them, and I was like, little music things, like how can I was like, oh duh, club music, you gotta have music in the club. So, you know, but like most of the time I try to theme it off of like whatever holiday is coming up. But I was like, oh, I don't want to send all of these women, because this last month it was women who all processed, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna send them Father's Day stuff, like that's weird, right? And I'm not gonna send men Mother's Day themed stuff, you know. And you don't want to, you know, I even try not to do like Christmassy stuff, because not everyone celebrates Christmas. So I'll do like holiday themed stuff. Not everyone does Halloween, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So I try to like theme things, even if you can just theme it by color or something, but just something simple and fun. And I try to do one Scentsy item, one fun, like non-Scentsy item, and like from the Dollar Tree. Or honestly, sometimes I stock up on stuff when I see stuff on clearance. And I do have like a little stash of stuff here. And then I do like some sort of candy or something. And we're talking like a pack of gum or something, because minus last month, because those little Bluetooth speakers were $5 a piece, minus last month. I like to stay in like the $3 total range of what I spent on everything in their club mail. So, and it's just something extra that my clubbers know that I do for them. Like, listen, they know they're already getting discounted shipping. They're already getting 10% off. They're already getting the free half-priced item, but they do get a little something extra from me, just like a, hey, thanks so much for clubbing with me last month. So like I said, it doesn't go to everyone. It just goes to the people whose clubs processed that month, okay? And I do that, everything I do for the first week of the month for the previous month. So this is the first week of June. I am doing all of my mail right now for May. So my May party prizes. Obviously, I'm not sending my May party packs and my May hostess packs. Those get sent out when they're supposed to. But like the thank yous and the send of the month mail and all that stuff, it's okay. Like I used to think like, oh man, what about the people that order on the 1st? They're not getting a thank you until the very next month. I've not had a single person complain. That's me. That's me in my own head. Don't do that. Don't be in your own head. I have anxiety. Just don't be in your head about it. Okay, the last thing I'm going to talk about is postage and shipping really quick. I keep my thank yous and my send of the month mail, like I said, to 1 stamp. Pirate Ship for everything else. Love, love, love Pirate Ship. You do need a scale that does ounces, but they have really cheap ones. Don't buy the one at the post office. It's expensive. They have really cheap ones. Like we're talking like $15 to $20. That's cheap for a postage scale on Amazon. You just need something that shows pounds and ounces, okay? You need that, and you need some sort of measuring tape. Thankfully, my husband is in the military, and they do PT tests, and they have to do height, weight, and tape, they call it, every time they do a PT test. And so he has lots of those little, the fabric measuring tapes. So I've stolen one, and I keep it with all my stuff. That's perfect. And so all you have to do is you put in the measurements and everything. Like I said, I love a poly bag. You can put boxes in bags. It's even an option on Pirate Ship. Box in a bag. Box in a bag and a poly bag or a bubble mailer. Those are all the same rates. Do not ever send a box because one, figuring out the measurements, for me at least, is kind of confusing. But also, it's more expensive to send a box. But they do have the option of box in a bag. Someone had commented one time and they were like, I get so nervous. I feel like I'm lying to the post office if I ever say poly mailer, but it's really a box in the poly mailer. No, it actually says box in a bag on there. So like, you're not lying. I promise. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not being dishonest to the postal service. I promise. But yeah, so you just mail it and you just weigh it and measure it. And then you do not need a special label printer. You don't need special labels. I started out printing from my regular printer on regular paper, and I would just take clear packaging tape and tape it to my package. Now I've gotten a little bit fancier, and now I do buy the half sheet adhesive sticker tape, which is just half sheet labels. Amazon Basics makes it with their brand, super inexpensive, and they print 2 to a sheet. And then you just pop them on your package. I have a bunch of packages sitting right here. That's why I'm like, I would show them to you, but I don't want you to see people's addresses. But that's why I'm looking at them right there. But yeah, you can, however you want to print it. But my big thing is you don't need a special printer. You don't need, what are they called, a thermal printer or anything like that. If you have one, cool, use it. But like, I'm talking specifically to brand new consultants right now. Like, it's more important that you send your thank yous. And if you say you're going to send a prize, send the prize. Do not take forever. I also like to not tell my prize. I will say that. Don't say what your prize is, because then you're not committed to what that prize is. Okay? Your prize can be a scent circle. It can be a free bar of wax. It can be a bar of wax that you got from your Scent of the Month subscription. It can be something that was in your kit. Anything, okay? It doesn't need to be, but I'm saying you don't have to commit to it. You just say they're going to win a prize. And honestly, to stay in compliance, you're not allowed to publicly say what you're giving away as a prize. So there's that for free. My flyers and inserts, sorry, this is the last thing, and it's just one thing. You've heard me mention it a few times. I use Canva and Avery Design Studio. They're both free. I do pay for Canva Pro, but I didn't for the longest time, so you don't have to. I honestly pay for Canva because with the paid version, you get to be obsessive like me, and they give you more folder options to organize your stuff. That's literally why I pay for it. I don't pay for it for the extra designs and fonts. I pay for it because of that. So don't judge me. So I use Canva. You can use someone else's Canva that they have shared with you, save it to your phone or whatever, and you can upload that to Avery. This was one question that I was super nervous about answering because I am not like a technical person at all, okay? Someone said, I don't know how to make things 4 to a sheet. so that I can fit it into a regular envelope, and it would save me space, and I would love to be able to put cute things in my stuff. I like Canva for that reason right there, because Canva, or Avery, I'm sorry, Avery, I don't really quite understand Canva like sizing yet, but I do understand Avery Design Studio. And so you don't do a template, you do a design, and it's free. It is free, 100% free. There's no paid version of Avery. It's free. You do have to create an account, but it's free, and there's no trial, nothing. It's free. And you go in, and I like to do, my favorite one to do is postcards they have. That's this size. This is a postcard size. And you just say, I don't want to put anything on the back. And you can do a blank, or they have different templates for you to use, and they have different graphics for you to use, or you can upload your own that you've saved to your device. You can do it from your phone or your desktop. I think from a desktop it is easier, but just like the opposite though, I think Canva is easier for me personally on my phone, which don't come from me Canva users, because I've heard from so many diehard Canva users that it's easier to use from a desktop, but it's not for me. But something that I really like about, like, Canva has rack cards, but Avery has menu cards, and they print 3 to a sheet. So it's not 4, but it's 3, and they fit perfectly in an envelope this size, okay? So just like I tell my brand new consultants when they join about the workstation, when it comes to Canva and Avery and your workstation, click around, click on everything. You cannot break it. You can't break it. Click on all the things and just go, what does this do? What happens when I press this button? And that is literally how I taught myself how to use those different programs. It doesn't have to be complicated. Don't recreate the wheel. Use what someone else has done, and by all means, I can't even believe I didn't say this earlier. This is what I will leave you with. Please, 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 if you do not know where your PRV is coming from for the month, don't worry about your thank yous and stuff for the month before yet. Get your PRV situated. And I don't mean wait until you have 1,000 PRV or 2K PRV and then do your thank yous from last month. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying though, if you don't have any parties booked right now, you shouldn't be doing thank yous. They're not income producing. Go book some parties, get some parties booked for this month, and then go do your thank yous. Then go do your happy mail, okay? So, and if you're like, but Katrina, I need to get this end of the month mail out, then you really need to go book a party then, huh? So that you can allow yourself to do that. Because sending samples and making samples is not income producing. I love y'all, but it is not income producing. It's the follow-up that comes with it that is income producing. So if you don't know where your PRV is coming from for the month, please, please, please go situate that first, and then you can do whatever you need to do with the thank you mails and the happy mails and the scent of the month, okay? I love y'all. And I just now saw this, this comment. If you cannot find anyone to book a party, do your own party. Do your own party. I have lived here for 2.5 years, and I'm going to do my very first in-home open house style party. I know no one here. No one. I know no one here. But I'm still going to post in my neighborhood page and tell people, strangers, to come in my house and smell all the things. I'm going to do an open house party here. So if you can't find anyone to book a party, go do your own party. It's scary, but you can do it. And I promise nothing negative is going to come from that. Even if no one shows, guess what? 1, you've just practiced setting up for a home party. And 2, everything is out and looks pretty. Go take pictures. Go do a photo shoot with all of your products. Okay? It's all in your mindset. Go do your own party if you can't find anyone else. Okay? All right. I love y'all. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, so feel free to go follow that. But like I said, if I missed any questions, please, please, please don't feel bad. Like, you can tag me, shout it out in the comments, and I promise I will look back at them tonight and throughout the week. But I'm really excited to hear from everyone else this month. So y'all have a great night. Bye.